Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Yes, we are back. Hello, everyone. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. This is your hub for everything relating to Jamaican football, your number one hub for Jamaican football updates. So let's get right into the matter, shall we, and talk a little bit about a 24-year-old striker that we have known about for the last 4 years at the national level, a player that I've been impressed with since his time playing at Trenchtown High School, and that is none other than Shamar Amaro Boza Nicholson. Yeah, the 24-year-old, now 6 feet 4 inches tall. When I met this guy, he was barely 6 foot. He went to Slovenia, and all of a sudden, this person has gone from a boy into a literal man. Literally. Boys Town, he, in a sense, helped them avoid relegation. His goals were so critical, tremendously critical. And let's not forget, this is a guy that had a trial with Real Salt Lake in 2015. But, in life, I believe in the philosophy that nothing happens before its time and everything happens for a reason. And better things came his way. Went to MK Domjale 2017, played Europa League football, scored some absolutely fantastic goals for Malmo. Against Malmo in the Europa League. In the Slovenian Premier League, 13 goals in 29 games. That was the breakout season in the 2018-2019 season. The following season, Charleroi came knocking, 9 goals, 25 games. Last season scored 9 goals, 33 games. And now this season, 13 goals in 18 games in the league. So that is the absolute latest at this point in time. So it's brilliant. So as you know, in a video recently, I spoke to you about Newcastle United having representatives go to 2 games. And at this point in time, it has only been like that. Newcastle United have not spoken to Charleroi directly about any potential move. That's not something that has been pursued. Why? Newcastle United's situation is that they've been looking for a director of football. That has been their priority, even though that they have seen Shamar Nicholson play over the last 2 games for his club. The reality is that Newcastle United have a priority more in getting a director of football. That has been their priority, and that is something that they have expressed a desire to get. So that's something that is on the top of their radar with and Dan Ashworth, who, as we know, was head of elite development at the English FA, who basically pioneered the journey for England to win the Under-17 World Cup, win the Under-20 World Cup, get to our World Cup semi-final, who is now at Brighton, is now under the watchful eye and radar of Newcastle United to be their director of football. So that is Newcastle's priority before they concentrate on transfers. And as you can see, perhaps this is something that might affect them. And the reason why this might affect them is because the situation with Shamar. As Shamar Nicholson and Charleroi in particular in Belgium have received a bid from FC Spartak Moscow. And as you know, Spartak Moscow is a team that plies their trade in the Russian Premier League. Last season, Spartak Moscow finished second in the Russian top flight. Second is where they finished last season. And we've had a Jamaican play for Spartak Moscow before, and that was Robert Scarlett. You guys remember Robert Scarlett? Robert Scarlett, who, in a sense, looked like Bibi. Yeah, so the thing with Robert Scarlett is he had some good games for Jamaica, went to the Gold Cup 2005 as well, played for Spartak Moscow in 2002, and he was even part of their squad on the bench for their Champions League games. So, yeah, even though he didn't play in the UEFA Champions League, he was on the bench for them during the Champions League. So, yeah, that was a situation with him, with Robert Scarlett, and yeah, played in the Russian Premier League. So it must have been quite a journey for him to have that sort of experience, So that's something for for him to really think about. We've had Errol Stevens, who has played in the Russian Premier League as well for FC Khimki. So we know about those individuals that have played in the Russian Premier League. So both had brief stints. Not many have had prolonged runs in the Premier League, because Errol Stevens played 3 games. Robert Scott played 1 game. Damani Ralph was at Rubin Kazan, 2005 and 2007. Damani Ralph, when he was there, he played 26 games, and that's where the injuries came. This is where the injuries came for him. 2005 to 2007. 26 games, 2 goals in the process. And Luton Shelton, as you know, played for Volga Nizhny Novgorod, and he spent 2 years there. And in the league, had 23 appearances. The club had financial issues, problems during that time, and yeah, he left and went to Harborview. So that is, in a sense, what happened from there for him. So what have Spartak Moscow done? Spartak Moscow, at this point in time, they got knocked out of the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League. They topped their group in the UEFA Europa League, and they're in the round of 16 for the UEFA Europa League. And that draw is still to be made. That draw will be done on February 25 for the round of 16 of the UEFA Europa League. So the deal with Spartak Moscow is that they've made an offer to Charleroi. Charleroi have been in a meeting since around Monday evening to decide if they can hang on to their player. As I told you guys before, Shamar Nicholson is in a 4-year deal. A 4-year deal with Charleroi. And he's complete. This is the 3rd year of his 4-year deal. So if Charleroi want to make any money from him, then this would be the season to let him go, in a sense. The chances of him leaving in January, in my opinion, 7 out of 10 of him going to Spartak Moscow. What are my thoughts about him as in his career? Well, if he had to develop mental strength in Slovenia and Belgium, let's just say that Russia would be massive for that as well, because it is an environment which is extremely tough to be in, but not one that he can thrive in. He's going to be playing regular European football, and that is what is enticing me about this move, because he's a player that is capable of playing European football, the Europa League. Because at this point in time now, as it relates to the actual league, Spartak Moscow isn't having the best of form in the UEFA Europa League, right? Not the Europa League. Doesn't have the best form right now as it relates to the Russian Premier League, that is. In the Russian Premier League right now, Spartak Moscow are 9th in the table. And just to get into the UEFA Europa Conference League, they need to be 4th. So they're 7 points adrift. Granted, there's still about 12 games left in the league, so still lots of things can happen. Spartak Moscow, they're the most successful team in Russia. And they play in a stadium that can hold 45, 50,000 people. So he's going to be in an environment that is going to be roaring with support. And this is the same stadium where England defeated Colombia in the round of 16 in the penalty shootout of the World Cup. This is the same stadium where Belgium spanked Tunisia 5-2. This is the same stadium where Argentina and Iceland drew 1-1. This is the same stadium where Senegal defeated Poland 2-1. So the truth is that an offer has been made from Spartak Moscow to Charleroi, and Charleroi are mulling this decision. They don't want to let Nicholson go. They don't. So that is the situation right now. But at the same time, they do want to maximize on their 1.5 million euros that they paid MK Domžale for a couple of seasons ago. So Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. Stay safe, guys. We'll be in touch.